Hey guys, welcome to the Beauty and the Business Show. I'm your host, Jay Stover. We have another amazing show today. This is one of our beauty industry resources shows. Today we're talking about beauty industry directory. Today we're going to be talking about the details and the benefits of the website. So if you need different ways to network or advertise your business, your products or services, this is definitely the show for you today. I'm going to let my guest introduce herself.
Hi Jay, thanks so much for having me. I'm Sharon Craig and I'm the developer of eBlackStyle Directory. It's a directory designed to benefit stylists, hair braiders, makeup artists, barbers, couture, street stylists, anyone that might have a need to bring in more clients.
Okay, wonderful. So I think the beauty industry really do need this resource, and I'm so happy you're here today just to give us the details so different stylists can feel more comfortable with actually listening to these services.
Thank you. Yes, and it's a brand new service, and the reason that I developed the service is because, and you've probably had this experience too, you move to a new town or you're out of town for a wedding or an event and you need your hair done, or maybe you need makeup for a special occasion and you have to rely on Facebook recommendations, or maybe somebody's cousin that says, hey, my lady can do your hair, she can squeeze you in it too. eBlackStyle Directory will be nationwide, and that will also save folks from the problem of having to fly home to get their hair done. I have so many girlfriends that are flying coast to coast because they can't find a stylist in their new home.
So how did you come up with the name of your site?
You know, it's funny because I wanted something that reflected that it's an Afrocentric service. Not to say that I'm excluding anyone, but I wanted to have black in there. I mean, there are already so many directories with the word black. So I had to kind of really fool around till I found something that was available. And I really like eBlackStyle because it encompasses not just hair salons, but also barbers, also couture, also the street stylists. And I hope to expand to sneakers and some other lines as well.
Wonderful. So what inspired you to start the beauty industry directory?
You know, I'd been the CEO of a credit repair company here in Maryland for a very long time, and I recently sold the business. My husband passed away very suddenly in 2016, and I ran the business for about 2.5 years after we lost him. And I was kind of looking around for something to do.
Okay.
You know, it was very stressful 2.5 years, but I knew I had a lot of skills and I didn't want to let them go to waste. And I always liked tech. I always liked developing things. I've done a lot of marketing for my own company, and I know so many stylists in the industry that just don't have time to market for themselves.
Great. So why did you feel the need to start the directory?
It started out kind of as a hobby, like and then I realized, wow, this is a lot of work. And in all honesty, my original idea was for a completely different kind of directory. I was going to do a directory of online dating services because they pop up every day. There's a new one, and I thought that was going to be harder than this one. So I thought, oh, well, I'll just fool around with this one, and then I'll go to my quote unquote real idea.
Good. We appreciate you.
Thanks.
So what's the main goal for developing the site?
The main goal is twofold. Obviously, first, I really want to be able to benefit the stylists so that they don't have to spend a ton of time and money advertising themselves. The idea is that they're going to list in the directory similar to Angie's List or Yelp, and then we'll do all the search engine optimization. We'll do all the marketing. We'll do the email. And then it's going to be ultimately a service for people that live in the areas, metropolitan and even rural areas, that are looking for a stylist. So it's really going to benefit the community two ways, I hope.
Good. So, good. How long did it actually take you to launch?
Oh, that's a good question. You know, I built my site on WordPress. And if you're familiar with that, it's really a plug and play service. So once I got my domain name and once I settled on a hosting service, I use Bluehost, give them a little shout out, they're fantastic. I really had to find a listing directory template that I liked, and I probably tried 3 or 4. And the stumbling block was always that I couldn't customize it. So I wound up using a template from a service called CSS Igniter, and it's called Listee. And what it's designed for is job search, like resume building, and employers can drop jobs into it, but it's 100% customizable. So I was able to customize all the templates and make them really usable for what I needed. And I'm really cheap, Jay. I did almost all the work myself. I had time, but not money. So I just sat there and, figured it out.
See, that was my next question. Do you have a team, or it's just you?
It's just me.
So do you think you can really accommodate
I really do. And it's not because I'm that tech savvy, but it's because I designed the platform to really be self-service.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be really great, and I'm always getting notifications. So if someone's having a problem, they're going to email me at info@eBlackStyleDirectory. If someone is seeing that they've loaded their video and it's not showing, or they've loaded photos and they're not uploading the way they want, they can always grab me, and it's usually a quick fix like that.
Okay. Do you have plans on expanding?
I think so, but if I do expansion, what it will wind up being is all marketing.
Okay.
The marketing is really what's time consuming, but again, as much as possible, I do the work myself. So right now I'm working on an email campaign, and I've kind of learned my lessons that you can't always sit down and bang out all your copy in, 45 minutes or so. So I'm kind of pacing myself to just write one email marketing letter at a time, and then load them into MailChimp and load my leads, and just kind of build like that.
Okay.
I also have an ebook, and that I did bang out in an afternoon, believe it or not.
Okay.
And that one is called Make More Money Now, and it's available free with a paid subscription.
Okay. You all hear that?
And I'm running a great promotion right now. For any of the Radio on Fire listeners that want to enlist as a listee on eBlackStyleDirectory, the first month is going to be free. So I just dropped that on the site before I left, and I really wanted to come with something that's going to benefit your listeners.
So how often do you run promotions on the site?
I run something almost every month, but this one, a month free, that's my biggest one so far. And of course I'm new, so it's going to be a lot of trial and error to see what people really like.
Okay. What kind of research did you have to do when you started a directory, if any?
Yeah, that's a good question. I really looked at what was out there in the marketplace and what would be considered my competitors. And I just didn't find, and it's still kind of baffling to me, but I just didn't find the quality of directory that I as a client or I as a consumer would want to use. And I thought, you're always overconfident when you do it the first time. I thought, how hard can it be to build a directory, for crying out loud? And that's kind of what got me started.
Okay, good. So what's your overview of the beauty industry right now?
I really love Instagram, and I love to, follow all the hashtags. I follow, DMV Stylist. I follow Mob Hair. I follow Slay of the Day. We were just talking about my contest that I recently followed. And I think Instagram is a fantastic vehicle, but I'm not 100% sure that it's really going to drive the clients to the chair.
Okay.
So, this is not replacing an Instagram or Snapchat or your Facebook page, but it's going to be another resource to get those clients in the chair.
Excellent. So what kind of obstacles did you face when building your website?
Mostly tech. It was mostly tech stuff. I really didn't spend a whole bunch of money. I think my hosting service is $19.99 a month. My template from CSS Igniter, I believe, was $79 a month. MailChimp is free. I did use a back office support team that's provided from Bluehost for a month or two, maybe 60 days. And they helped me out with some of the heaviest duty tech stuff. That, because I'm not a coder or anything like that. I did have a few snippets that I had to have them put in. But again, the template was almost entirely drag and drop, and you just have to read the instructions and kind of figure it out. That was probably the most time consuming.
Okay. Who are good candidates for the directory? I know you said stylists,
Right.
but what kind of stylists?
Right.
Where should they be in their profession, in their career?
I think it's going to be, my target audience is going to be stylists that are building a clientele. So if they've already got a web page, for example, yes, they may want to list with the directory, and it's going to be an additional resource, but I'm envisioning a client that says, hey, I really want to get to the phase where I've got a website, where I've got someone that's maintaining it, but in the meantime, I've got to make money. And I think this is going to be a nice interim step, maybe for someone that's established, but it's really looking to, get that boost in 2019 like we were talking about.
Okay. So do you do any different events outside of
I'm just getting to the point where I'm looking at events. So there was a really cool event on Sunday, and I was, kind of deciding, okay, am I ready to really go out, with the business card and the step and repeat and really do that? And I'm probably still about 90 days away from that. And again, it's, having the business cards, and I've got my logo, but I need some more print material, all those kinds of things.
Because I think you should, because I think people in the industry should see who's behind the directory.
That's true. I never thought of that.
Yeah,
and
I think you should.
They probably expected, a little black lady out there. You think it's some tech guy.
Yeah, but as long as you educate yourself and get familiar with the beauty industry, I think they'll really trust you. So what are some benefits to stylists who use it?
Definitely, it's going to be exposure. And again, I think that when we think about things like our search engine optimization and Google AdWords, we're going to have clout because we're going to have, 60, 70, 80 individual listees, and all of them are going to have photos, and all of them are going to have videos. And that's what's going to get us the high ranking with the Google search. I've read some incredible statistic like Google searches outnumber by far any other kind of search right now.
Okay.
But of course, Google charges. You pay for AdWords, you pay for search engine optimization, and the individual stylist may not want to drop that much money into their advertising.
Why do you think it's important for a stylist to do marketing and know their target market?
It's so important because it doesn't take much to lose clients, and it can be something completely outside of your control. I have a nail salon that I like to go to. I live in Baltimore County, and they're doing an incredible amount of construction on the street. And to me, as a customer, I can't tell you how many times I thought, man, I'd like to run in there, but I just don't want to tackle the traffic. It's something completely beyond your control. But with marketing, with incentives, if I had a coupon in my hand for $25 off or 10% off, I might say to myself, hey, you know what, I've got this coupon, and I'm going to brave the traffic and go in.
Excellent. So what are the pricing and the different fees for the services?
Right now, we're running a subscription service of $19.99 a month, and that's the introductory price. So $20 and gets you all this fantastic listing, and it's going to get you in front of a lot of clients.
So what's the price after the introduction?
I think I'm going to go all the way up to $24.99.
Okay.
And then, of course, the other thing I've got is advertising opportunities. So if someone wants to do a banner ad for 30 days, I've got a $99 price on that, I believe. If someone wants to do 90 days, I believe it's $2.99. And then, if I get a big corporate sponsor that wants to run an ad for a year or something like that, then they can definitely email me at info@eblackstyledirectory.com. And believe it or not, I've been approached by some corporate sponsors on my Instagram feed, which I was thrilled about, but I'm not quite ready yet. But it's coming.
Okay. So how did you narrow it down to that $19.99 price or your price?
I kind of looked at the competition. I looked at Angie's List. I looked at Yelp, and I wanted to come in a little bit under because I really wanted to make it affordable.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Do you think that's affordable for new stylists coming into business?
Yep, I do. It's much less than you'd pay for Google AdWords. It's much less than you'd pay for hosting a website. $20 a month right now is, that's a lunch for maybe you and the kids at McDonald's. So it's definitely affordable.
What kind of like reputation did it give stylists if customers see that they invested in themselves?
Yeah,
Being on a national directory.
that's a really good question, and I've been kind of toying with an idea of doing a transparent stick. You know, when you go into a business and you see the sticker on the window and it says, you know, Better Business Bureau or something of that nature. I've been kind of thinking about either a transparent stick for the window or perhaps a placard so that our clients have a way to display it in their salon or in their barbershop to say, hey, we list with eBlack Style Directory. And then it's going to be really easy to pull up. The site's mobile optimized. You can pull it up on your phone. You can pull it up on your tablet. If you're using a laptop, you can pull it up there as well.
So how does stylists, if they're interested, how would they sign up?
Right, so you'd go to the directory, which is eblackstyledirectory.com, and in the upper right-hand corner, you see a shop link. Click on the shop link, and that takes you right to the store. I use WooCommerce for the store, so it's very secure. It's the service. I had the option between. I'm getting off track a little bit. I know your question, but you know, just so people know, it's a secure site. They don't have to worry about anybody swiping their credit card number. WooCommerce is excellent. It's secure. The payment platform is called Stripe, so it's really easy. It's not quite, you know, the one-click Amazon cart, but it's as close as I could get to an easy shopping experience. All of the items are listed there, so they'll just look for monthly listing, click on that, get the free ebook while they're there, drop that in their cart, download it, and then it'll take them right to the link that they register. They can put all their social media links, phone numbers, what credit cards they accept, upload photos, upload videos, whatever they want to make their directory listing look the way they want.
So I just logged on here just to see how easy it was to get to the site. So is it easy for customers to navigate the site?
Yep, it's going to be
looking
easy
for different
customers
services?
too. So all they'll have to do is put in there what kind of stylist they want, and then hit the drop down, and all the individual listings will come up. And the stylist will be able to select different categories. So let's say you've got a salon and you've got somebody who's doing weave tech, someone who's a barber, and someone who's doing braid. You can list all of those services at your one salon. So, and that means you'll have 3 different categories of listing with one monthly low price.
So the client would just type in this keyword box. They would type in what they're looking for, order location, and it'll take you right to stylists in their area, or we provide the service.
Right. And if you hit the drop down there, you can see all the different stylist types that are listed there. And I'm adding some every day as we find different different needs. So I've got barbers, couture, hair braiding, hair weave technicians, makeup artists, and photographers. I just added that photographer category, but I see so many out there, and people are doing things like destination weddings or family reunions, and you may not necessarily be close to home, but you need a photographer.
Yeah, and the photographer falls under style.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
A lot of stylists use photographers for their portfolios.
Exactly.
So it's definitely needed.
Yeah.
So
headshots, something like that, even for your own advertising, for your business cards or any listings that you would want to do. Nails, natural salons and stylists. And then I also did suites, because some of the larger suites advertise all the time because they have vacancies. And then I did spa, esthetician, and then street style and sneakers, just because I follow some of these young people on Instagram, and they are so talented. I mean, I just see so much future and opportunity there.
Because I see, like, it's different features here. We have a featured stylist. Is there a featured salon?
Right, yep. Featured salon, and then I've got a featured wax salon. I think this wax salon is in Chicago, and I really like what they do. And then if you go there, this the number 1 feature there, the beautiful haircut with the purple dimensional color, that's my Slay of the Day contest winner. And I was super excited because I had so many fantastic styles to choose from. And the stylist is in Orlando, Florida, and I've been trying to get in touch with her to let her know that she won a free listing, and because I want her to put some more work up there. So I texted her, and I'm sure I'll hear back from her in the next day or two.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
This is a great way for stylists to get noticed.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I just get so excited to be able to support the community. And I'm probably like everyone else. I had relatives back in the old days that supported themselves and their family by doing hair. And it's just been a lifeblood of the community. The barbershop is part of the fabric of our community, and I'm really happy to be able to support the effort.
Yes, I'm excited as well, and I hope you guys check out this for your business, and it will help you network, and customers will be able to find you. That's the main thing.
Right.
You want more income coming in.
That's
you
right.
want different ways, different avenues to build your clients. This is a great resource.
Right. And even if one of your listeners wants to get a little bit more information or they need a little bit more hands-on, I did design the site to be pretty seamless. But sometimes people want to talk to a living, breathing human being. You can email me at info@eblackstyleddirectory.com, and I do monitor that. And it's me, it's not a team or service or anything. Just shoot me an email, and I'll be happy to help you walk it through.
So for me, I looked into different directories, but I was afraid to sign up.
Really?
I used
How
to
come?
think that I'm going to be wasting money. Nobody's ever going to go to the site just to look at the different listings. Like, I just thought it was like a waste of money. But I'm glad you're here today to give us insight.
Right.
And let us know that it will benefit us.
I think it's going to be a tremendous benefit. I think it's going to be a time saver for sure. And as we build up, the more listings we get, the more videos, the more search engine optimization we can build into the site, the better it's going to be for all of us.
So once the stylist has been listed on this directory, what work do they have to do?
What work? That's a good question. So the predominant amount of the work, I'd say the bulk of the work is simply going to be putting their information in. So they're going to fill out what looks like a questionnaire, if you know what I mean, and they're going to write the name of their salon or shop. If it's a suite, they're going to write their suite unit. They're going to put their Instagram. If they use WhatsApp, they can use that. If they have a Facebook, they're going to put that information there. And all of the links, all they have to do is type the information in and the links populate. And then they're going to tell me, and again, I've got a drop down there, do they take walk-ins? What credit cards do they take? Are there appointments? Is it appointment only? Sometimes the nail shops are appointment only. So I've got a pretty full menu of options so that they can kind of categorize and let someone know, okay, hey, I take Visa, MasterCard. You can make an appointment or you can walk in and really customize the site. Then they're going to be able to upload photos and videos to really make their listing unique.
Good. So can we compare your directory to like StyleSeat or any of the other ones?
Yeah, good question. Really, really good question, Jay. I didn't build in an appointment setting engine, and I kind of played around with the idea, but because we have StyleSeat and there's another one, I think it's called Booksy, and a lot. Yeah, exactly. And I thought I don't feel like I need to reinvent the wheel and link that in. If it turns out that there's a need, I do have the capability of customizing the listing so that stylists can drop a link to StyleSeat or Booksy or whichever one they use
for their booking services.
Right, exactly. And I'll tell you the other thing about it is because I can't control the tech on the back end, if it gets a little bit wonky, I can't fix it. That's the other thing. Okay. I really like to be able to, if it's giving someone some trouble, I like to be able to hop in there and fix it, and I won't be able to because it's an outside platform.
Okay, awesome. What kind of advertisement do the website do? Right
now, I'm doing marketing through MailChimp. And it's all going to be drip marketing. And I found a guy in New York that's going to generate leads for me like at a really phenomenal low price.
Can you explain what drip marketing is?
Sorry, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
us
know,
who
I know.
just sit
Yeah,
there.
it's like if you go, say you're planning a cruise and
Okay.
you go to Carnival's site,
Okay.
and you put in your email address, and like every month you get an email from Carnival, and they're like, hey, you don't forget us. Hey, we're running a special. That's drip marketing.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully,
Okay.
won't be annoying with it.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the people, the professionals that's on the listing, they want you to do that because that's
Yeah.
gonna bring them more
Right.
income.
Yeah.
More people visiting the site.
Right,
So they can book
exactly.
them.
That's a really good point. Right now, everything's really geared toward getting the listings in and getting that really built up. But the same basic principle will hold, because once we get the clients in, they're going to start putting in their information. They're going to be searching, and we'll have their information, cookies, right? You ever go on a website and you're like, oh man, those red shoes are cute. And then everywhere you go, they call it the red shoes that follow you around the internet. It's because
Yeah.
of the tracking cookie. So we'll do the same thing.
Excellent.
Yeah.
'Cause-
It's going to be fun. It really is.
Yeah, I know, coming from a stylist, that's one of the main concerns that stylists probably would have is how do the customers or the clients know the directory even exists?
Right. Yep. And that's part of the challenge with anything on the internet is there's so much noise out there, so many things that are going on. It's my responsibility to make sure that the site is optimized for mobile and optimized for Google search, Google AdWords, all those kinds of things. It's a little bit of an investment, but I really want it to be successful. So I've got kind of a budget in mind, and I know what we'll need to spend to get things really going. And that's some place where I don't mind spending money because, Google AdWords, man, those guys they've got to be like the billionaires because what they charge for that is just, it's a lot.
So it's basically the same rate for the stylist, salon owner. Doesn't really matter who you are.
Yep.
It's a flat rate coming in.
Right, exactly. The
Okay.
monthly subscription for now is $19.99, and it is a subscription service. So you're paying month over month, but you're getting all of these fantastic services that you wouldn't necessarily be able to get on your own.
So what kind of upcoming contests or promotions you have?
Yeah, I'm thinking about
That's
something
coming up.
really fun for the holidays. And what I want to do is I really want to get those holiday styles so we can feature some exciting styles. I want to do some banner ads. I think that's going to be fun. And then, of course, bam, we're almost to 2019. So I want to hear what everybody wants and how I can best serve the community.
So only stylists or operators who subscribe to the website can upload pictures.
Right, exactly.
And enter in a contest.
Right, yep.
So you have to be on the listing
Right.
to participate in there.
Yep. Unless, of course, it's like the Slay of the Day contest, and then I run that myself. So I'm out there on Instagram looking for something really great to feature. And the stylist there won the contest, so she won a free listing.
So roughly how many subscribers do you have already?
I have 0. We are brand new. We are brand spanking new. So as they used to say, you're getting in on
Yes.
the ground floor.
Yes. So this is your platform.
This is my platform.
To
That's
bring
right.
'em in.
Bring them in. And it's eblackstyledirirectory.com.
Good. It's a great resource. I'm so excited for you. And
Thank
I
you.
know,
Thank you so much.
I know this website will help a lot of stylists,
I think
a lot
so.
of barbers.
Yep. And the couture, I'm super excited about that. I follow a couple of guys from New York that are doing street style and the sneakers. And I mean, the community is so vibrant and so alive. And I'm excited about featuring the work that's coming out. It's just going to be amazing.
So what kind of advice can you give to struggling stylists about marketing their brand?
I would say don't be intimidated, I know it seems, especially even for somebody like me that's, essentially self-taught, you start throwing those terms around like drip marketing or search engine optimization, just read, look at YouTube videos. Don't feel like you've got to spend a lot of money. And then I have trained myself not to get into a mindset of, oh, well, I didn't do this, therefore I'm procrastinating or I'm behind the 8 ball. sometimes it takes a while for the idea to percolate. I like to use the analogy of, entrepreneurs, any given day you might have 25 ideas. And out of those 25, 10 you just can't execute them right now. You don't have the manpower, you don't have the money. And out of the remaining 15, maybe the next 10 are what I would call phase 2. Something that you need to do, but it's not quite ready yet. And that leaves you with 5 ideas, and then you just pick one and work on that. Maybe for a day, maybe for a week. And that way you always feel like you're making progress, but you don't start beating yourself up and going, oh man, I'm procrastinating, or geez, I didn't get anything done toward my marketing.
That's great advice. That's great advice. So I want to take a moment to let you brag about your business.
Okay,
so
great.
So for the listeners who are listening, so that they can persuade them to sign up.
So it's eblackstyleddirectory.com. I am the developer. I know I'm a little bit of an unlikely developer, but it's on the WordPress platform. It's very easy to use. It's extremely affordable, and it's going to save you from all the time and effort that marketing generally does. And it's also going to function well with your other platforms, your Instagram, your Facebook page, your website if you've got one. You're going to be able to add all of those things to your listing, customize it with photos, with videos, whatever you want to make it uniquely your own.
Okay, I'm definitely convinced.
Thank you.
And I know when I talk to my colleagues about the National Directory, that was one of the main things they were talking about is, will this really benefit me?
Yep, it absolutely will.
Will this really benefit me?
Right.
Will I profit from this?
Yep, $20 well spent. And that's something else I think that I am personally committed to doing, is making sure that, we send out the analytics. Once we've got some volume and we've got those eyes on the site, we're going to be able to say, we had, let's say 1,000 visitors, and of those 1,000, 300 clicked on your listing. Mm-hmm. And I'll be able to say, this is the volume that your site is going to get. And I think the other thing I'll be able to do, again, once we really start getting the volume in, is saying, here's what you might want to tweak in order to get more traffic in the door.
So each stylist will get individual feedback.
I'm hoping that that's where we can go. Yeah, I really am.
That's wonderful. I think it should go that way.
Yep.
I really do. I think that it should go that way, because that's guaranteed that a stylist will see that they benefit from it.
And, I think there'll be some little tips that I can give, like video is always going to boost your views. So even though you might think, I don't want to take the time to, take it off my phone and load it to the website, by all means do it. And then you're going to want to rotate those photos in, rotate your styles. Think about just spending maybe a couple hours a month freshening up your photos, freshening up your videos to make sure your listing stays up to date and current.
Okay. I do agree.
Okay, thank you.
Any other tips you want to give our listeners today?
I'm definitely thinking about 2019, and I don't know about you, but my lady friends and I are doing vision boards, and everybody's excited about what the year is going to bring. Think about a service like eBlack Style Directory, and when you're thinking about your marketing and your advertising for 2019, budget a little bit of money, but also budget time and kind of think about what you'd want to do to make your listing unique and your own.
Have you ever thought about coaching or taking a step further than a directory?
I hadn't really. I've been so consumed with this. I really hadn't thought about that. But hey, I'm always one that's down for something fun. So absolutely.
All right, excellent. How can the listeners find you on social media or contact you if they want to know more information about your directory?
My Instagram is eBlackStyleDirectory. The webpage is eblackstyleddirectory.com. And you can find me on Facebook. I'm Sharon Craig.
Thank you so much for coming in tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I know the listeners got a lot of great information tonight. And if you want to be a guest on the Beauty and the Business Show, give us an email at beautyandthebusinessshow@gmail.com. You can follow us on all social media, Facebook and Instagram at Beauty and the Business Show. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Yes. I can't wait to check it out.
Oh, it's going to be so much fun.
Yes. Really, really great.
Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today.